Okay, so 9th standard students, a very good morning and warm welcome. New Year is coming, Christmas is coming, everything is coming, so you people will enjoy a lot, I know. But then also, please don't ignore your study also, okay? Because with the new year, we will be coming to the 2021 Jan, okay? March or April, you will be having your exam also. So be attentive at least these 3 months. I am not telling that you will not enjoy this Christmas and all. This New Year, then Sankranti will come, Saraswati Puja will come. Okay, so you enjoy all the things, but please don't ignore your study also. Do everything at a time. So in the last video, what we have done, that we are in the chapter 4 of economics of social science part 2, and the chapter name is labors and employment, labors and employment. Yes. So in this chapter we have already gone through the introduction, meaning, features of labor and the importance of labor. In this video we will be going through the structure of labor force in India. So what is this structure of labor force? First we should know what it means, the structure of labor force in India. In India, the information of labor force is collected in the census as well as by the National Sample Survey Organization surveys report, their survey report. Okay. From the census only, we will get the information about the labor force, how many of the people are workers, okay, and also from the National Sample Survey Organization's survey report. They are also having a survey report. So from there we will be getting the information about the workforce or the labor force of our country. This is the structure of labor force in India. What is the structure? How it is? What is the internal story of the laborers in India? How many of the gents? How many of the females? All this will come in the next points. Structure of laborers or workforce refers to the size. How many are there? Gender, activities, male, female, and sector composition. Sector composition means who are there in agriculture, who are there in the industrial sector, who are there in the service sector. That is the sector composition of the workers. So in India we get the information from the census and also from the National Sample Survey Organization's survey report. Okay. And the structure of labor or workforce refers to the, what is this exactly? The structure of labor or workforce refers to the size, gender, activities, and the sector composition of workers. Size means how many are there, the workers in India. How many of males and females are there in India? That is the gender, activities. And composition, sectorial composition, sector wise how many are there. Okay, means in the primary sector how many it is there. Primary sector means agricultural. Secondary sector, okay, how many are there. And the tertiary sector means the service sector. Secondary sector means the person who are in the job or services. So we will start off with the first one. Okay, that is the size of workforce. What is the size of workforce of India? Means what is the size of laborers in India? It is observed that in India the proportion of workers is only 39.8% as per 2011 census. Okay, leaving a vast majority above 60% as non-worker. So in India, as per the census, only 39.8%, almost you can take it as approximately 40% people are workers in India, and the other 60% they are non-workers. Okay, among them I told you retired persons are there, students are there, and then your mothers who are jobless by choice, okay, and even discouraged employees are also there. Okay, it proves a larger proportion of the country's population is dependent population. 40% and 60%. 60% is non-workers. So it proves a larger proportion of the country's population is dependent population. They are dependent. They don't have the job. Means a large number of population is unemployed. Maybe it is for different reason, but they are unemployed. Only 40%, 39.8% of the total population of India, they are working. Others are non-working. But it is developing or increasing. See, it is less. Everything we can tell. But it is increasing years after years. The statistics of numbers of workers has increased from 40.2 crores in 2001. It was 40.2 crores in 2001 to 48.2 crores in 2011. So we can sum up that, of course, the 40% are the workers in our country, means they are having the job, and the 60% of the remaining population of the country, they don't have job or they are non-worker. Okay, but the thing is that it is gradually increasing year after years. As per the 2001 census, it is 40.2 crore who are the workers in India. Okay, but as per the census of 2011, it is 48.2 crore, means almost 8 crore of people, they got job. Even the population also increases, that I am considering, but then also the proportion of workers are increasing year after year as per the 2001 and 2011 census. Next is the gender composition of workforce. What is this gender composition of workforce? The share of female workers. Gender means male and female. Okay, so here we will be discussing about the gender composition of workforce. Means in the workers, among these 39.8 workers, how many are, means how much percentage of this one is your female, and how much is the male. The share of female workers was about 35% of the total workforce in 2001 and 2011. Okay. If you are having 100 workers, out of that only 35% are female workers. Okay, which is lesser number than men. Of course, 65% are male and only 35% they are female. So the share of female worker was about 35% of the total workforce in 2001 and 2011, which is lesser number than men. Either the women, what is the cause? Why it is less? Either the women do not have adequate employment opportunities. Either the women do not have adequate employment opportunities, or many of their works like household work, mothers. Okay, there are some elder sisters also. Again, they will be getting married and they will be going to other home, and they can be a housewife or housemaker, means they are not counted, okay, as worker. So like household work, tending cattle, means there are many people, many females who do the rearing of the cattle. Okay, they will tending cattle, they will make them out, they will graze, that time they will stand, they are also not counted. Okay, helping in household business. Okay, business is getting done, everything is getting done, but there are many houses where females do help in the family business, but they are not counted. they are not counted as work. Okay, so what is the thing? Again I am telling you, the share of female workers was about 35% of the total workforce in 2001 and 2011, which is lesser number than men. So 35% are female who are working in India, and the 65% of these 39.8% in 2001 and this one, your 48 crore in 2011. Out of that, only 35% are female and 65 are male. So male are more than the female. And next is, what is the reason? Either the women do not have adequate employment opportunities, okay, or many of their works. What type of works? Household work, tending tending cattle, helping in household business, etc., are not counted as work, though they are working, okay, but they are not counted as work because they are not getting wage for that. Do we pay our mom for the work what she is doing at home? No. So it is not counted, but again I am telling you, this is a very respectable job being offered by our mothers, okay, so never neglect it, okay. So with these two, actually what happened, the structure of labor force in India, it comprises of 4 factors, okay, size, gender, occupational or sector composition I told you, and workers in registered and unregistered sector. So these two we have discussed already. So in the next video we will be discussing about this one. It will take one video, and this one I don't know, maybe it will take one more video, okay. So go through the notes properly so that you can connect yourself with the actual content of the chapter. If you go through the notes, it is very easy because I have written in a very, what can you say, easy language, okay. You will understand. Then also, if you are not understanding, please feel free to come and share your doubts with me. We will be able to clarify all the doubts so that you will be in a sound position to answer all the questions. That's why don't always depend on the exercises, okay. Depend on your own ability. Know the full chapter, you can answer any questions, okay. So thank you and see you in the next video.